Bob Pascoe. Been a wonderful battle all day. Bob Pascoe wins yet another one out towards Dittrich. Dittrich cleverly towards Smith. Parkin comes in, intercepts brilliantly. In the back pocket, he screws it back to half-back flank. Stewart and Wilson fly behind the pack. It's Barry Pascoe. He screws it back to centre half forward. Good mark. Good mark by Murphy in front of Bonnie. Bonnie and Murphy are at centre half-back. Well, Murphy's at centre half-back for Hawthorn. Murphy gets it out towards the railway side, and leading in the race to the ball is Stephen Roberts. He's in trouble but gets left foot to it, screws it down towards half-forward flank, and Michael Blood comes in. The chance is there for a beautiful pickup, which was well done by Elliott, who's been a great player for St Kilda. Gay once again spoils brilliantly. Out it goes to Knights. Knights is in tons of trouble. He gets a chance and boots it downfield to centre wing position. Big leap behind by Heath, and Heath takes the mark.
Quiet player on the Hawthorn side today, but that was a great mark from that player.
He's booted down towards where John Lilly misses the judgment of the ball. Daryl Griffiths makes one of his few mistakes, falling. Oh, a kick off the ground there by Keddy, and leaning on top of the ball was Cowboy Neal. The ball's going to be bounced at centre half forward.
11-12 Hawthorn leading St Kilda 11-10.
In comes Bob Pascoe once again, cleverly down to Neal. Neal left foots it out to Ray Wilson, spoiled brilliantly. Desmar, he left foots it down where it's going to be Hudson and Daryl Griffiths. Hudson gets front position, almost took a good one. Keddy gets a snapshot and shoots for goal, but it's off direction. 1 point again.
11 goals, 13 now Hawthorn. St Kilda 11-10. Bob Keddy hasn't been as conspicuous as he usually is, because O'Day has been playing very, very close to him and hasn't given him very much latitude at all.
Griffiths comes in and kicks out, doesn't kick out well. Stewart and Wilson fly for it behind it. Scott gets away from the pack and left foots it back towards the 10-yard square. It's Hudson and Griffiths once again. Griffiths spoils him well. Plenty of help from John Lilly. Lilly gets his kick and it screws down towards the boundary line. Murphy shows tremendous pace that time. Got away from Bonnie and marks on his chest. Half-forward flank on the Linda Crescent side. Hudson poised in the goal square, looking for a big one from Murphy. Griffiths is there with him. Hudson comes out and takes a beauty. Outmanoeuvred him.
He's going to allow it too, but he did outmanoeuvre Griffiths on that occasion. Must have been a photo finish for interference.
Hudson is now about 15 yards out from goal. Good 50-degree angle, favours the right foot, kicks, and it's never, ever offline. Straight through it goes. Another goal for the Hawthorn champion.
Using an orthodox punt. He is one player that I've very rarely seen use the drop punt. It's great, deadly accuracy from those punt kicks of his, and that's goal number 8 to that player. 12 goals, 13 Hawthorn now. St Kilda 11 goals, 10.
Goal number 120 for the season to Peter Hudson, culminating another magnificent season for the Hawthorn full forward.
6.5 minutes of play in the last quarter.
The umpire is Don Jolly, who's been a good one. Pascoe punches it down. It's thumped down further by Stewart. Here comes John Lilly. In comes King to assist him. He's hotly pursued by Murphy. King gets foot to ball and boots it down towards Stewart. It's over the line. Stewart could see he couldn't reach it. It's out of bounds. The free kick will go to Norm Bussell. Bussell's between centre wing and half-back flank. Bussell kicks into the man the mark, which is bad. Trott comes in. Stewart's coming in to assist him against Scott and does it brilliantly. Out wide it goes towards King once again. He's in bundles of trouble. He's buffeted over the line out of bounds. Takes the ball with him. It'll be thrown in centre wing position, and it's Robert Pascoe and Kenneth Beck who are going to dispute it. Beck front position wins it nicely, but it goes straight to Lilly. Lilly onto his left foot, boots it out wide, looking for Elliott and Dittrich, who've been two good ones, and Dittrich shows tremendous pace. Marks on his chest. He's about centre wing. Boots a good 55 to 60 yarder down, looking for Breen. Breen is nicely spoilt that time by a long punch by Grocott. Out wide it goes towards Tipping. Here's Alan Davis to pick it up on half-forward flank. Steadies and kicks a long one down to the 10-yard square. Rossi Smith comes in and can't reach it. It's over the line, out of bounds on the full, and Alan Davis's kicking has been pretty poor throughout the day.
3 goals, 5. I think he's kicked for the match so far.
Couple out of bounds, too bad. It's David Parkin, the captain. He's been courageous, taken a lot of heavy knocks, but never flinched as he boots it down. Davis front position, punched away from him. Bob Pascoe in the van. He can't pick up either. Here's a chance now for St Kilda to break away, and they do nicely as it's booted down towards that full forward zone. But the mark is taken for the Hawks, and well taken by Grocott.
King was the St Kilda player who kicked then.
Grocott's long one goes out wide with a chance for Knights. A tremendous leap above Colling, and Murphy's with it. Murphy kicks it downfield. Peter Crimmins comes in strongly. He's got 2 against him, and it's going to be picked up by Trott. Trott's left footer goes to Bob Pascoe, who marks on his chest and is going to go back between centre and centre half forward for St Kilda.
8.5 minutes of play. Hawthorn leading 85 to 76 in Kilda.
His drop kick is a bad one, goes to Wilson. Wilson down to Keddy. Keddy takes the mark. Keddy, kick number 14 for the match. Centre wing position, boots it down to Hudson and Griffiths once again. Hudson a tremendous leap, it went far too early. He recovers cleverly. His kick is smothered, goes straight back to him. He'll shoot for goal. He kicks it atrociously down to Heath, and Heath takes the mark. And Hawthorn had the gods smiling at them that time.
He anticipated a little quicker than his St Kilda opponent, did Heath then on that occasion, and accepted that miss kick from Peter Hudson rather easily, using the drop punt.
It's Kevin Heath about 25 yards out, slight angle, left foot, kicks and kicks of a goal. The goal umpire never moved. That's another major to the host.
They're 13th, they're 13-13 now, Hawthorn. 91 leading St Kilda, 11-10, 76.
Kevin Heath's had a very quiet day, but in this last quarter he's taken one particularly good mark and converted a major, so this talented youngster has proved his worth to the Hawthorn camp once again. Came from Assumption College as a champion schoolboy, played for them when he was a schoolboy. Here's Ross Smith from a Pascoe punch down, out towards David Parkin. Parkin running with the flight of the ball, can't reach it. King's with him all the way, but the ball is pushed over the line in front of the Hawthorn stand, half-forward flank. Kenny Beck comes in late to dispute with Carl Dittrich. Dittrich does it splendidly to Pays, and Pays then left foots it out in the direction of Gay. Gay leads his opponent and takes a splendid diving baseball plunge at it and takes the mark. In a flash out in the direction of Desmond Marr. John Bonnie's arriving late on the scene. Here's a chance now for Bonnie as an awkward bounce gives him ball. Brilliant balk as he gets past Olsen. Then onto his left foot. Then his pass is a good one out to the half-forward flank. It's Elliott with it. Elliott comes in and boots it down towards that forward pocket. In front is Gay and takes yet another one.
He's certainly been a match winner for Hawthorn at fullback today, Terry Gay. One of his best games for the year.
Gay almost at a half-back position, boots it downfield. Cowboy Neal misses what he might have taken, but Ray Wilson scouts cleverly down towards Kevin Heath, who takes another one. Heath is off in a flash. Quick football is what Hawthorn love. Down in the Hudson direction. Bob Keddy's there waiting with Scott. Up they go. Darryl Griffiths and has Hudson to kick off the ground, but Lilly comes across and takes it away from him, and it's out of bounds right beside the attacking post of Hawthorn's point post.
13-13 Hawthorn, leading St Kilda, 11 goals, 10.
Scott and Bob Pascoe are the opponents for this throw-in. Scott gets up high and does it nicely, picked up by Griffiths. Griffiths then boots it out wide, where Heath is leading in the race for the ball. John Bonnie comes into dispute, and Bonnie with his superior pace gets there first. At about centre wing, he walks cleverly and gets it across to Roberts. Roberts gets a perfect bounce, got tons of time, and then boots it down looking for Davis. Davis gets intercepted there by Parkin. In comes King, a hand pass to Elliott. Elliott left foots it down towards Breen. Breen gets bumped by Greycroft. He recovers nicely, screws it over his shoulder, but it's off direction and it's one behind. Might have taken a free, Douglas, too, Breen.
Yes, he quite easily could have then. I noticed that goal umpire had to make position very quickly. I think the training that the goal umpires have had to do might have been advantageous on that occasion.
Gay kicks out looking for Wilson this time. Wilson goes out with Barry Pascoe. Barry Pascoe recovers quickest onto his foot and boots it down towards the forward pocket where Davis and Gay compete, and another one to go. What a magnificent last quarter. He's played well all day, but playing brilliantly now as he boots it out wide where Stewart and Murphy, and Knights is the leaper. He can't hold it. Coming through is Bussell. Bussell gets foot to ball and boots it down towards the centre of the ground. Nice play by Lilly. A clever hand pass to Bonnie. Bonnie can go on with the business and tries a short one to Smith. Smith gathers in the centre half forward, tackle by Parkin, and Parkin aggressive and brilliant, does it well. Boots it down to an open centre wing position where Rodney Olsen and Des Marr have both got the chance. Marr across to Olsen is great football. Olsen centre wing position. Boots looking for Hudson. Hudson goes up and behind. Here comes Kenny. Kenny leads in the race to the ball. Gets a very unlucky bounce. Picked up by Roberts. Roberts out wide towards Travis Pays, who's leading in the race easily on half-back flank for St Kilda. He's very slow doing it. Here's a chance for a hand pass out wide to Colling. Colling's got it on the Linda Crescent side. Then he boots it back to the centre. Ian Stewart goes up. He's got tons of opposition from Crimmins. Crimmins almost took a good one. King comes in, tackled by Wilson. Crimmins in the thick of it, but King emerges on half-back flank. He boots it down to centre wing. Up they go there. Kenny Beck's arms got there first. Recovering is Barry Pascoe. He should have given it to Smith, but he doesn't. Down to Barry Breen and Terry Gray. Gay again. Breen in front. And the umpire comes in. Let's wait for the decision. He pays it to Breen. Quick football and umpire Don Jolly a long way behind. Wait and see what he does. Yes, it's Barry Breen to take it.
It was a courageous nomination by you, Douglas Hayward, because I thought he was going to ball it up. He was a long way away, though, from that particular senior umpire.
20 yards out, Breen kicks for goal and thumps it through. Deep into the crowd it goes. A goal to the Saints. The umpire once again, it's going to be Ken Beck and Carl Ditwich. Ditwich wins it, tries to bring it down with himself, can't do so. Kick off the ground goes to Neil, picked up nicely by Captain Stewart. Stewart then boots it out to open territory looking for Trott, but Murphy's in front and takes a good strong mark.
Beaten Trott pointlessly today has Murphy.
Boots it down towards centre half forward. Here's a chance now for Colling and Scott wins it with a grand mark. Colling has got a big assignment against resting ruckman, too big I think, because they match him physically. Scott 70 yards out from goal, taking a lot of time and deliberation. He's obviously going to kick the long one. It's down towards the Hudson area once again, of course. Hudson up and gets hands to ball first. He can't hold it. Ditwich comes bulldozing through. Crimmins isn't scared. Grabs it. He's tackled nicely. Here's a chance for Griffiths. A good tackle too. He was ridden into the ground and the free kick will go to Griffiths for pushing them up. Umpires have been very consistent on this throughout the whole season. If a player with the ball is tackled from behind and ridden at all, it is paid pushing the back. That was the interpretation. Darryl Griffiths is the recipient. In he comes and boots it along the Linda Crescent Pride looking for Ditwich. Ditwich from behind. Scott got hands to ball first. Struggling for it is Stewart looking for a free kick. It wasn't there. It'll be bounced.
16 minutes of play in the last quarter.
On the bounce, it's Beck comes up and thumps it down in front of him. He's in lots of trouble. A chance now for St Kilda to come through Pays. Here comes Crimmins, but the umpire's whistle is blown. Once again, it'll be ball up centre half forward area with Hawks in attack. Ken Beck, a wonderful ruckman all day. Kicked off the ground by Colling, straight out to tipping and tipping marks in front of his opponent, Elliott. Elliott's had 3 opponents throughout the day. Tipping sends a long one down, and once again it's a Hudson from behind, but Griffiths gets in front of him. Well, here comes the strong, aggressive Kenny, and that was really the goal of the match. As he fell to the ground, a splendid left foot snap.
Great goal by Kenny. He was tackled fiercely, but with sheer strength and courage, got through, got left foot to ball, and put through a very telling goal for the Hawthorn side. Took them on to 14-13. St Kilda, 12 goals, 11. They're hard to subdue good players all day. O'Day has done a fairly good job, but my word, he hasn't subdued this great player completely. He's still been effective for Hawthorn.
He's getting the strength and courage and skill, of course. Here's a chance for Colling. Colling falls on top of the ball, which doesn't do the team much good. He hits it out one hand to Pays. Pays is well tackled. Here's a chance for O'Day. Foot the ball quickly straight to Crimmins. Crimmins takes a good mark. This pacey little rover, he's been back to his bouncing best too, full of fire and tenacity, tons of cheek as he boots it down. Here's Cowboy Neo, Travis Pays, I should say, who takes the mark on his chest. Long kick, that one of Crimmins. Booted out to Neil. Neil will take the mark on the cricket pitch area on the half-forward flank. On this Linda Crescent side, it's Rodney Olsen, the man on the mark. Booted downfield, and Ken Beck has been the best man in the air all day. He punches this one, punches it down towards Murphy. Murphy streaking away from his opponent, does it well. Onto his left foot, it's straight down towards half-forward line. Could have been Pays' Keddy again. Keddy doesn't kick it well after gaining it brilliantly, and that's another behind from the boot of Bob Keddy.
Hawthorn now, 14-14. Leading St Kilda, 12 goals, 11.
It was certainly Keddy, Hudson and Crimmins who brought Hawthorn back into the game. Griffiths boots it downfield. A chance for Kenneth Beck. This time misses for once. Behind the pack it's Ray Wilson. Ray Wilson's hand pass across to Bussell. Bussell falls and over the top of him goes Barry Pascoe. Quite unluckily, Bussell fell. He went straight over the top of him and the free kick goes to Bussell.
18 and a half minutes of play in the last quarter.
Bussell, the centre half back, is a lot closer to centre half forward as he boots it down towards Bob Pascoe. Bob takes a good mark. Bob Pascoe has been a very aggressive and effective ruckman as he boots a long one downfield where Trott and Murphy. Kenneth Beck again takes another one.
Mark number 10 to that player.
Short passes with the skill of a little man. A great spoil by Neil. Here's a chance for Neil to follow on with the business. He boots it down towards the half-forward flank where Blood and Ditwich go for it. Blood leads in the race for the ball. Tries a hand pass into no man's land. Desmond Maher's got it onto his right foot, which is his awkward one. Grocott comes in. He's hotly pressed. Here's a chance now for Stephen Roberts. He takes it towards the boundary line, over the boundary line. He tumbles into the fence. Des Murray's opponent. It'll be thrown in centre wing railway side. Beck comes in. Ditwich with him, Beck beats him, down it comes to the ground. Rian Stewart's the man who's contesting. A hand pass goes out to Bonnie. Bonnie down towards Barry Breen. Breen is spoilt nicely there by opponent Knights. Out wide it goes. Lots of mistakes being made here. Crawling after the ball they are. Underneath it all this time was Glenn Elliott. It's picked up and driven down towards Parkin and company. Behind the pack it's Rossi Smith. Rossi Smith can go for a run if he wants to. And 19th man is on as he boots it downfield. It's Terry Gay battling for it. An awkward bounce. The chance is there for Gay to push it through, which he does, and he pushes it through for an enforce behind, and battling with him all the way was Evans of St Kilda. And there's a great round of applause for Terry Gay. He's been a hero for Hawthorn. He boots it out wide looking for Knights. Perfectly delivered pass, and Knights misses it very badly. Barry Pascoe can have a shot for goal, which he does, and boots it downfield. It's a good one for Terry Gay again.
Well, he's the toast of Hawthorn, this fellow. Played brilliantly today, and particularly in this last quarter. Saved Hawthorn repeatedly with big marks and an intelligent play in that last line of defence.
The final year Med season is certainly saved. The doctor in the house as Bob Pascoe flies. Barry Pascoe stays down. David Parkin in the centre of Crimmins. Out he goes like a bullet. Off he goes for the run with that tremendous speed. Breaks away on the half-back flank. Boots it down to Don Scott. And Don Scott takes the mark. And to Matthews with a bad hand pass, which goes over the line out of bounds.
Yes, it was. You couldn't blame Matthews then. That hand pass from Don Scott wasn't nearly up to league standard.
Scott does battle this time, and Ian Stewart's the leaper from behind who gets the punch down, and Crimmins comes in to do it. He does it beautifully onto his left foot, and here's Rodney Olsen on the half-forward flank. He looks to hand pass, doesn't need to. Short passes across in the Keddy direction. Keddy's got nobody near him. Bonnie comes in to take him on, and he was pulled around the neck was Keddy by his teammate Maher. Out towards Maher it goes. Maher turns cleverly onto his left foot, and he gets it back to Olsen. Olsen at centre half-forward, boots it down in the Hudson direction, but it's off direction, and that's another point from the boot of Vice-Captain Olsen.
Well, we've seen Hawthorn fade in recent weeks. They're going to save some glory for not making the four with this wonderful last quarter effort against St Kilda. They're 14-15, leading St Kilda 12-12.
We heard an impassioned plea from John Kennedy. We could hear his speech at three-quarter time, in which he asked them to finish the season off in glory, and certainly they look like doing it now as it's kicked out wide. A chance for Knights. He's in tons of trouble. Hand pass comes out. He gets his left foot to it, and it was tipping to Knights, and downfield it goes. Good one by Matthews. He went underneath the ball. A chance for St Kilda to break away. Rodney Olsen in the thick of things looks for a free kick and will take it.
Really had a lacerated ear then from a big elbow delivered. A big St Kilda elbow.
This will be one of the players who'd be vying with Peter Hudson for best and fairest for his club for the season. Hudson won it last year. Olsen had been a wonderful player for the whole of the season. 1969 is 55 yards at least out from goal. His punt kick goes down to the teeth of goal. Big pack flies. It was Hudson who left highest, but it's off his fingers and it's through for another behind.
14-16 Hawthorn now, 12-12 St Kilda. Time ticking away. 22 minutes of play in this last quarter.
Fullback Stephen Roberts opened up at fullback for St Kilda. It's Darryl Griffiths who's had his hands full but played quite well against Hudson. Boots a long one downfield. In front is the Cowboy and takes a good mark. Neil about the centre half back zone comes in and thumps a long one down the Breen direction. Grocott's with him. Behind it was Knights the leaper. A chance for pick up and a good one by Davis. Davis left puts it out and here comes Terry Gay. He takes another one. It's where that St Kilda were playing to.
You would, my word, his anticipation has been wonderful today, Terry Gay.
Gay boots it back and trots in front. He can't take it. Murphy's there to assist to kick off the ground, and Trot recovers best out to Davis. Was good football. Davis about centre half forward. In front is Michael Blood. Behind it was almost taken for St Kilda. To the ground it comes as Travis Page battles. Free kick I would think would go Hawthorn's way against Evans.
Knight's the player to take it. He was pushed in the back twice then on that occasion.
Knights kicks a bad-looking punt kick, but bustles underneath it and takes a mark and a clout behind the head from Barry Pascoe as he took it. No, he didn't. He's not awarded the mark. He's going to bounce it as umpire Jolly as Ken Beck comes up with Bob Pascoe. Crimmins can't take it. Davis does. Davis screws it high in the air across towards Blood. Blood goes up with Elliott. Can't hold it. Nice play by Evans. He'll break through and have a shot for goal. He shoots across the face of goal. It goes. Pays makes a gallant effort to mark with Knights. It's off their outstretched fingers in out of bounds. Saints in attack. Crimmins on the ball as in comes Evans, the only man who goes for it's going to shoot for goal. He screws it back well, he screws it back brilliantly, and that's a goal to the Saints.
That's a nice debut for 19th man Evans, just on the ground about 3 minutes ago. He'll be feeling rather good because St Kilda now go along to 13 goals 12, Hawthorn 14-16. 10 points the difference, and St Kilda plenty of time to pull this game out of the fire. 25 minutes.
Bobby Pascoe, Don Scott. Don Scott gets it out towards Wilson. Wilson battling after it. Left foots it out towards the boundary line. This will be close. We're obscured here in our television tower. It's over the line out of bounds.
For a boundary throw-in.
Bob Pascoe and Don Scott, two tough players, come in to look for this one. Even Steven as Rodney Olsen comes through and goes to the ground. Pascoe crawls on top of the ball, tries to find somebody. Out with it comes Neil. Neil boots it across to Colling, and Colling marks it. Colling's about half-back flank. Chance for St Kilda, trailing by 10 points as he boots it downfield. David Parkin's in front, and a grand effort by Beck almost took a good one. In comes Big Carl. In comes Peter, David and Goliath. Peter Crimmins picked up nicely by tipping. He's well tackled and loses it. David Parkin, the captain's got it. Hits it out in front of him. At centre half-back. He boots it straight to Marr. Marr's in trouble as a courageous Rossi Smith comes in. Bonnie's tackled. Out towards Smith, but Bustle's with him. Kicked off the ground to Barry Pascoe, and luckily into his outstretched fingers, and Pascoe's at centre half forward.
26 minutes of play.
Evans comes down with Terry Gay. Evans goes up high. Bustle's got the chance. He threw it out to Crimmins. It looked like a throw. In comes Stewart. Davis tackled when never in possession. David Parkin will merges with the ball onto his left foot. Downfield towards Lilly and Matthews. Lilly looks like winning it. Behind the packets, Knights. Knights downfield towards the half-forward flank. Darryl Griffiths and Peter Hudson come out with speed. And Griffiths kicks it over the line out of bounds.
Boundary throw-in.
Waiting now on the half-forward flank as the Hawks are in attack. Into Crescent side as they kick to the outer goal and Scott's front position. Bob Pascoe with him. Here's good play by Olsen. Olsen then kicks it for goal, but it's not his right kicking boot today. That's the third time that Rod Olsen has shot for goal and scored only a minor. Peter Hudson was there, as you saw, and it's another 1-2 St Kilda.
Well, he's
to Hawthorn.
Played most of his football on the back line, Rodney Olsen, but my word, he's been a conspicuous player for Hawthorn today when up forward. 14-17 Hawthorn, 13-12 St Kilda.
Griffiths kicks to the railway side looking for Roberts, but it was Heath in front of him who takes another telling mark. Heath a long way out. Hudson, only one opponent at the moment. New Zealand's been a St Kilda ruckman fall back there. Heath comes in and kicks a long one. Hudson and Griffiths go for it. Hudson's the leaper but can't hold it. Off his fingers it goes out of bounds. Well, didn't actually, he emerges with the ball eventually.
27 minutes of play in the last quarter.
Pascoe, front position, down to Davis it goes. Davis gets foot to ball quickly up the direction of Trott. Trott goes up and Murphy's beat him all day. He took a heavy one as he went to the ground that time accidentally from Colling, but Murphy has certainly beat a man who's been a brilliant wingster throughout the season in the person of Stuart Trott. Murphy almost on half-forward flank. He kicks and kicks badly, straight to Rossi Smith. Ross Smith misjudges it badly. Here's a chance for kick off the ground towards Pascoe. Pascoe ridden into the ground by Scott and will take a free kick with Big Bob. He's at centre half-back. Boots out looking for Bonnie. Bonnie, Marr and Evans is on the ball. Goes for conspicuous by White Nicks. Out to Kevin Heath. He overruns it. A chance for Bonnie. In comes Heath once again. Goes to the ground. A good hand pass goes across to Marr. Marr on his left foot will shoot to the teeth of goal. Hudson and his company fight for it. Well done, Griffiths. And nice play, Keddy. Keddy's left foot under pressure flies over the line. On the full, free kick to St Kilda.
14-17 Hawthorn, leading St Kilda 13-12. 11 points the difference. John Kennedy getting very excited in his position, which is elevated up with the television commentators.
Griffiths out towards Stewart and Knights. Knights kicks off the ground but goes to Bob Pascoe. Cleverly it goes across towards Trott. Trott goes streaming downfield and boots it to the half-forward line. Grocott battles there with Barry Breen. Grocott and Breen. Breen wins it, but in comes Parkin to do his bit as well. Parkin breaks out brilliantly. His kick is smothered. Back it goes towards Ken Beck. Ken Beck on half-back flank to Blood. Blood then boots to the centre of the ground. Rossing Smith's got Matthews against him. Matthews wins it. Matthews well tackled by Breen, but takes it beautifully by Neil. Matthews plays on, beats the paddock bull, beats Bonnie, gets left foot to the ball, but Bonnie tackle was too good, and they scramble and fall on top of the ball, and it'll be bounced on Hawthorn's half-forward line.
29 minutes of play.
Come the rucks, and it's thumped by Evans straight to Marr. Marr down towards where Hudson's doing back with Griffiths. Hudson tries to find his teammate Keddy. Griffiths kicks it out wide and goes for the run after it. Hudson's there with him. Griffiths kicks off the ground. Back it goes towards the giant frame of Ken Beck. He misses it, but Murphy will help him out of it. Murphy looks for a hand pass, and out wide it goes to a trainer who gets in the road of Olsen. Bob Pascoe kicks it off the ground. Olsen won't give up. Beck gets left foot to ball, boots it downfield. Back it goes towards Keddy. Oh, dangerous foot out. Picked up by Griffiths. Griffiths gets the ball and boots it out to Marr. Straight to Marr as the siren goes, and Hawthorn are the victors. Hawthorn 14-17, St Kilda 13-12, 100.